Today in our video, I'm going to explain what is the Claude.md file, right, which you might have heard multiple times. Yeah, so let's move on the presentation first, right? Yeah, you guys are correct that this presentation is made by the Claude itself, right? So first thing, what is the Claude over here? What is the Claude.md over here? So it would be a complete guide, or it would be a complete instructions which we are going to give to our Claude, and using this, our Claude is going to, like, there would be a kind of a route which is going to be followed by our Claude agent using this Claude.md. So what to do, what to not do is going to be basically your Claude.md. So you can consider this as a, like, we can take this analogy of Google Maps over here. Let's suppose you are the one who is going to decide the destination, right? Claude.md would be the map over here, and the Claude is going to follow. I'm talking about the Claude agent is going to follow this Claude.md, and we are going to reach to our specific destination which we want to, right? Using Claude.md. Moving on, like, what exactly would be inside our Claude.md? So starting with, there would be goals. What would be the rules and regulations? Goals means what we want exactly from this Claude.md, or what we exactly want from the Claude. That's what we are going to mention over here, that these are the things which you are going to do. What are the rules, what are the limits over here, what would be the structure of the file folder, whatever we are designing, what would be the style over here. Like, you can mention everything over here. If there are any warnings, let's suppose you are not supposed to delete any of the files, this is what we are mentioning without asking me. So that's what we can decide over here. Moving on, so this is one of the examples which we have took over here. So first we are going to define the goal over here. What is the goal of our project? So see, this is my game project, fine, which is the name. Okay, this is the name of the project, which is my game project, right? Over here, what is the goal? So our goal is to build a snake game in C, right? And anyways, guys, if you haven't checked that how to build a snake game in C, I have already uploaded, and so you guys can check that. Anyways, moving on. So what are the rules over here? So you are supposed to explain everything. This is what I'm mentioning over here. What, step by step, you are going to explain everything. This is what also I'm mentioning over here. Now what you are supposed to not do, like, if there are any limits over here or what. So it is not supposed to delete any of the files. So this is what we are mentioning over here, right? Now why we are going to use this? So it is going to save our time, right? It is better, like, if there is every time I need to explain something again and again, so it is going to affect my efficiency in time. So it's better if I'm going to explain that one time, and the person or the agent is going to remember that for entire time, right? So it would be consistent, we would able to work fast, and there won't be any repetition, which I have already told. So we are going to write down this once, and this is going to work always, right? So let's move on to the examples over here. So I have generated one of the Claude.md file over here. So this is my Claude projects, guys. I guess this folder is empty. Okay, let me copy a file from here, which is this one. This is what we are going to copy, and this is what, where we are going to paste this. Fine. Now, so if you are going to see, this is Claude projects. This is what we are going to open in our VS Code. Right? So as you guys know that I'm operating my Claude on the VS Code right now. You guys can open this on the terminal as well. You can open wherever you want. Fine. So this is the Claude.md file. Let's select the folder first, right? So this is what you are going to see. Uh, if you are opening your VS Code for the first time, guys, you can click over here, which is the extensions. Make sure that you're downloading this or you're installing this, not downloading, right? And then you're going to see one icon over here. This is the Cloud. This is the icon of the Anthropic itself. Just click this. Also, one more thing, whenever you're installing this, make sure that this is from the official Anthropic. Fine. So if I'm going to click this button over here, my Claude code is going to open. This terminal is going to look exactly same like your ChatGPT interface. Fine. So I would be closing this so that I would get some amount of space over here. Also over here, see, if I'm going to go in file, and let's suppose I'm going to go open folder. Now, if you're going to see those folders which you have seen, the Claude one, that is inside my desktop. So that's what I'm going to open over here. Yes, this is the one. And over here, see, there are many many Claude projects. So we would be going with this one. Select folder. And okay, this is the agent. This is the VS Code agent itself. So wherever, let's suppose you are facing any difficulty, you will use this. I don't think so there is need of this. Anyways, I haven't used this one of the time also. So let's close this. I would be clicking this. This is the welcome thing which you are going to see on your VS Code. And just close this. So on this left hand side, you are going to see all your files and folders and all. And on the right hand side, you are going to see this Cloud. Right now, this is the Claude.md. If I'm going to double click, I would able to see this over here. Right now, what exactly we are going to do over here? So see, I'm taking one example of to-do list app. This is what this Claude.md is going to do. Now, what is this? What this is? So a simple command line add app to add view and delete task. So to-do list you might have seen, right? Now this is going to be generated using without internet. There won't be any API keys, just Python. And I'm mentioning this that I'm a beginner learning Python, right? Now auto setup over here. So if the project, like what is needed to set up on its own, so Claude is going to set up these things on its own. So if the project looks empty, which means if you're going to see right now, the project itself is empty, right? So no tools, no files, nothing. So do this automatically. So it is going to create tools first, which you are going to see right now. Then it is going to create one todo.python, right? This is the extension for your Python. So it is going to create one todo.python app, we can say, inside the tools itself. Right now, what exactly is tools? So tools you might be knowing as same as if you might have used anything or anything. Tools are something which you will be using if you want to do something, right? So over here, my to-do list, the app which we are going to make, it is going to come under tools, and tools, right? Now over here, these are the rules which I am deciding for the Claude. Always explain what each line of the code does, right? So it is going to explain us, keep code simple, no advanced patterns. So these are the rules and regulations which we are telling to our Claude. And over here, if you're going to see, this is the structure of the project, right? Anyways, so let's start, and we are going to execute this. So I would be closing this first. Hey Claude, you would able to see claude.md file. Start setuping it. Okay, so there is some mistake over here, so I'm going to start setting it up. I guess there is some problem with my English, but it will understand. Anyways, so see, if you're going to click over here, you would able to see what it is exactly trying to think over here. So the user, which means the person wants to set up the project based on the Claude.md. So see, if you're going to see now, it has already included tools over here. There is task.txt, right? This is one another file. Now, let's suppose if I don't know what is task.txt, right? I would be asking this person, this Claude itself. Anyways, I know right now over here, but yeah. So the to-do list which we are going to make, so the task.txt is like, let's suppose if I'm adding anything in my to-do list, so it is going to be in this task.txt. Anyways, uh, yeah. Also, if you're going to see over here, I'm edit inside the edit mode, right? I can go with the bypass mode, ask before edits, plan mode. So when, let's suppose you are going to start for the first time, you will be seeing these three options. What is the bypass permission mode? This we are going to see in later on, right? It would be too much for today's video or else, right? So over here, this bash, if you're going to see, this is the bash command, which means this command is going to work on your terminal. So let me check the current state of the project directory. So it is checking, right? So it has checked this. See, if you're going to see over here, it is checking this claude.md, right, which is inside this and all. So the project is empty. So if you're going to see in this claude.md, we have told that if any, like if this claude.md is empty, then sorry, then you are supposed to write down all these things, right? So that's what it is doing. Then it is writing this, now creating the main app file and all. So it is creating this. Now what it has exactly created, so under Claude project, which is this, which is this, it has created Claude.md, right, which already exists. It has created text.txt. This is empty right now, but once I'm going to start using my to-do list app, you would able to see this. And this is the main app over here, right? Now over here, what exactly to-do list can do, that's what it is trying to say. It, over here I can view the task, I can add the task, I can delete the task, I can quit the task. Now to run this to-do list, I'm going to open my terminal and I'm going to execute this command, right? And I can open terminal over here also, but it would be really very messy because there would be too many tabs. So I guess it would be better if I'm going to open this on my terminal itself. So let's copy this command first. See, I don't know which command is going to work how. So it is the one who is going to tell me this command you are going to use over here and all that. So Windows plus R, CMD, and this is what you're going to see. So right now I am in admin, and if you're going to see, this is in desktop. So I'm going to write down cd dot space desktop. So now I'm in desktop, and now if you're going to see cd, the file's name over here, if you're going to see the folder name, I mean Claude's projects it is. So that's what we are going to write down. Claude, I guess so spelling is wrong. Claude, Claude projects. This should work. So now I'm in this project, this folder itself, which if you're going to see which folder I'm talking about, this folder I'm right now. See, if you're going to see this all files, you are also able to see which our Claude has generated, right? Probably over here you will so this is the to-do list itself, right? But this I won't able to open over here. I need to open this on the terminal itself because I don't think so I have compiler, like compiler over here. Anyways, so I would be opening this on that. So this is in control V over here. I guess this should work. Yeah. So see, if you're going to see what would you like to do, right? This is my to-do list which we have executed over here. Let's suppose if I'm going to press 4, so it is going to quit, right? Again, I'm going to execute the same command. So this is what I'm seeing, right? Now, let's suppose if I'm pressing 1. So see, no task yet, add 1 below, right? So there is no task yet, and that's the reason it is showing that there is nothing. So let's suppose if I want to add task, I'm going to press 2 over here, enter. So enter your new task over here. Let's suppose I'm writing T, right? Again, what I want to do now, this T has been added to my to-do list. Let's suppose if I want to add one more, so I'm going to press 2. I'm typing coffee. What else we can? So I'm again pressing 2, which means I can add one more task. Let's suppose I'm adding one number 111. So this many are the tasks. Now let's suppose if I want to view all this task, I'm going to press 1, right? So see, these are my tasks over here. If you are able to see, these are the tasks over here, right? Uh, yeah. If I'm going to press delete 3, so now it is going to ask me which task you want to delete. So I'm just going to press that number. Let's suppose if it is tea, then I'm going to press 1. Then coffee, if I want to delete, so I'm going to press 2. Let's suppose I'm pressing 2. So coffee has been deleted from here. Let's suppose I want to view this again. So now it is TN 111 only, right? So this was very simple command, like very simple app which was generated by our Claude using Claude.md. But yeah, so this is what it exactly does. Also, what I have asked you people, that I'm going to show you this also, which is what does that task.txt do. So see, initially if you remember, it was empty. Now if you're going to see, it is tn111. Let's suppose I'm entering some gibberish thing over here. I'm entering some another gibberish thing and one another gibberish thing. And let's suppose if I'm going to see in my command prompt, right? Let's suppose I'm going to go in view. I'm going to see all. Okay, I don't think so it has been saved. That's the reason this is what we are seeing. So we can do over here also, I guess, inside the task. and I can write down anything, and I'm going to press Control S. So I guess so this has been saved over here. For safety purpose, I am saving this again. Anyways, let's reopen this. If yeah, so I guess so now it should work. So you guys are getting like what everything is. So if you're going to, let's suppose if you're not able to understand anything, just ask the Claude itself. It is going to explain you everything. Yeah. So okay, let's quit first and let's write clear. Okay, this is not working. Anyways, I want to view. Yeah. So see, if you're going to see now, this all gibberish thing has been, it's coming over here, right? So I guess everyone is getting what we have done.